students currently need from schools, especially, is the foundational skills that we try to build every day. We know that they still need the reading, the writing, the math, the science, and the social study skills, but we're starting to see more of the social emotional learning also that needs to exist, and that is a lot of the softer skills that we need to see, those 21st century skills, which is a lot of the collaboration, learning how to work with each other, learning how to communicate. That is also a big piece of what we try to do, and also develop leadership skills. Leadership skills, that is, who are those that know how to take something a step further, how to speak properly, how to speak correctly, but also how to challenge other students and get other students to follow along with them. Those are sometimes considered soft skills, but they are things that we need to start developing now. And also, we know the technical skills, the STEM skills that need to exist, the science, the technology, the engineering, and of course, the mathematics, and even mechanical. Those are very important because we know that those are 21st century skills that are going to take them into the future job markets, the jobs that don't exist right now. But we know that those will be what the skills that they need in the future. I think most schools are doing a great job of preparing them. We know that the foundational skills, that's something that we're building from pre-K all the way up to 12th grade, and that's the reading skills, the math, science, and social studies skills, right? The typical, we know, pre-K through 12th grade education. But we are starting to challenging our students. With COVID, the use of technology was something that blossomed in pretty much every school district, because we knew we had to push our teaching into that 21st century, into using technology, incorporating it. But that also helped build a lot of the new collaborations that need to happen in education, which means that teachers had to learn how to connect. But students had to learn how to connect with the science, technology, engineering, mathematics, those STEM programs. That's there. I mean, we cannot no longer sit there and say we don't teach science. Science is valuable because that's taking you to that next level with the aid of that technology. But I think also the big thing is, now that we are back on campus, now that we're in person, I think students are starting to those social skills that they need to have. They're coming back because they're making connections with their classmates. They're collaborating. They're working together. They're small grouping. It's a really good thing to have them back in person, because we are seeing that development. We always said those light bulb moments that would occur. You're seeing that every day now, and I know you get it from the media that we are, that test scores have fallen behind, but we're seeing that we're starting to close those gaps that were created because of COVID. Things that need to be improved in education. Obviously, we need to rebuild the relationships that we had with parents. COVID really hurt us in that regard, because everything moved online, and you didn't have those personal connections anymore. And that's something that we have to continue to rebuild. Those relationships have to be rebuilt with our communities, with our parents. We can no longer fear COVID and this and that. We can no longer close our doors, because for a while we had to kind of be contained, but now those doors are open again. And so if we're not rebuilding those relationships with our parents, with our communities, with our fellow businesses, then that's a chunk of that community that we no longer have. We have to get that back. On top of, obviously, we know also closing achievement gaps, looking at data and closing those gaps. And that's going to take one-on-one efforts, working one-on-one with students, one-on-one with parents, and really working on those essential knowledge and skills that they need to have in order not just to pass to the next grade level, but to be that future citizen and that future graduate.